Hello. Just a second. That's the chat. Just a second. I'm trying to get this started. Sorry, I gotta get better at doing this before I'm actually streaming. My bad. It'll just be a second. This isn't. I'm pretty sure this is not a Lord of the Rings song. Like I've definitely heard this song before. It is not from Lord of the Rings. Alright, now I can begin. Excuse me, I have to finesse this mic. Alright. Hopefully this won't be as much of a failure as the Two Towers was, where I just quit at the second to last level. Oh yeah, I forgot that even on Two Towers I switched to easy mode. I still couldn't beat it. That's how sad it was. Alright, copyright strikes, here they come. Yeah, that's the thing about the Two Towers is I was able to stream it. I'd get copyright strikes, but it wouldn't take it down like it did Brutal Legend for me. So I think I'm good. I'm not monetizing any of this, so it's fine. Alright, I'm not gonna sit here through all this. Unless I have to, and I can't skip it. I hope from playing the last Lord of the Rings game, the Two Towers, that this is not quite as cheap, and just from what I remember, from what I understand, it's just more smoothly designed, plays better, might not be as cheap. The first one was definitely a lot jankier than I remember. Yeah, there's the part of the last game I quit out on. When I was isolated with Legolas, fighting 5,000 Urkai. I don't remember if in this game it like makes you play more than one character. I think it does. But this round I probably won't be playing Legolas. If I can help it.
Look to my coming at first sight in the fiesta. That door. For a wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he needs to.
Yeah, I didn't get to see this in the Two Towers game. But it's so much easier if you just skip it. You just go right to this. Here we go. That squares block. I gotta get the hang of this again. Already, from just my memory with the last one, this definitely feels a lot smoother. It doesn't feel like you get hung up as much. I don't know, I've just started playing, so who knows? Maybe I shouldn't speak too soon. Catch a meat black. Oh, that's right, I have to heavy attack their shields. I'm gonna try to keep the controller away from the microphone. But there's nothing more annoying than like hearing me just smashing the button. I mean, I'm trying to capture all this with one mic in the room, so it's not going to be perfect. What's up, Michael? Yeah, fierce. I guess that's the heavy attack. Yeah, this game definitely is noticeably smoother than the Two Towers. Alright, I need to heal. Do I just keep fighting here, or do I just push forward? I'm just gonna go forward. Oh yeah, otherwise I've been fighting forever. Yeah. I hope this is much more successful than the Two Towers was, because I just gave up on that. Oh, my bad. Ranged. Yeah, I will say it's like an immediate, this game plays better than the Two Towers. It's everything feels quicker and smoother. I don't feel like I'm getting like hung up. Boy, it's coming. Are my levels good? Like between my voice and the TV? What does this do? Oh. Alright, I really need to get health. This is there's a little bit of juice. I'll just kill one with that. What am I'm playing this on a Sony CRT and a PS2. I'm keeping, I like to keep it real. Yeah. Sony Trinitron, however you say that. I don't know how to say that. Trinitron? TV is a little lower than your voice. Okay. Well, how about the button smashing? Because I went back and watched, because I was gonna, I guess, clip one of my past streams, and all I heard was me smashing the button over and over again. All right, trying there. See if that's good. All right, I turned it up one notch. In the room is pretty loud. What I should do is just put the microphone on the control. I'm sure that would be what people would rather hear. What's up, Aiden? What's up, Robert? You sure that's not too loud? That is like blasting in my face. I mean, if it's good here, I don't care. Also, it makes me talk louder, which, I had to make note of that. If I trail off talking, it doesn't pick it up on stream well, unless you have it blasting on your end. I mean, I just started it, and I will say it's immediately better. As far as the controls, the smoothness, it doesn't feel as janky. The cool thing about this game, in comparison to the Two Towers, is I can play as a hobbit. Or is it? You play as, I think you just play as Sam. Also, I don't remember if you have experience points to spend leveling skills. Does it apply to all of your characters, or it's just... I'm pretty sure you gain it by the character you're using in a level, and then the other characters don't have it. I'm certain. Yeah, we can play it I know I feel if I remember this game, you like have to play. Like it makes you play other characters. Like Two Towers, you basically just play like the whole game with the same person if you want. But in this, it makes you play as other people. All right. What should I buy? What's the difference between that and what I already use? Oh, it's just a better lightning bolt. Man, that seems expensive for just like attacking on when you regain your feet. 10,000. All right, let me just. I'll upgrade my light, my magic attack. I might as well get this too. Combos apply for all characters. Okay. Well, that's cool. Helm's Deep? Wait, how... This is kind of weird. So I can overwrite... Well, I forgot how this works, the PS2. It's like, that's my save file from the Two Towers. Or no, maybe it's not. Is it? What am I doing? I'm just gonna do the second one. Do they connect? Like, whatever you level in the Two Towers just goes to this?
The Eye of Sauron now turns to Gondor, the last free kingdom of men. His war on this country will come swiftly. He senses the ring will draw close, and the strength of the ring bearer will fail. In the end, this war must be decided by the smallest of things. For the ring wanted to be found. My task began when I beheld it upon the floor of Bag End.
Like, I hope I can keep playing, like, streaming these and not get the video taken down. Like, if you were here for the Brutal Legend stream that I played, it's a 4-hour stream that I kept up and it immediately took it down. Now, with these, I do get copyright strikes, but I'm not monetizing it, so I don't care. But it doesn't pull the streams down. It's just like, I can't monetize it.
It follows the account.
Which who cares?
I am King of Gondor at the finding of the Ring of Power. It has come to me, the One Ring. It shall be an heirloom of my kingdom.
Alright, I know what that
my bloodline shall be bound to its fate, for I will risk no hurt to the ring.
I can't skip the videos.
It is precious.
Yeah, YouTube is kind of... Oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to start Twitch.
It was in this moment that all that must be done became terribly clear.
Yeah. Because apparently Twitch won't do that. Like, it won't pull streams.
Great war.
You're playing, you know...
Others,
well, the problem with Brutal Legend is, more than anything, it was just like the email I got after the stream was done, the amount of, like, copyright strikes I got, or whatever it was like every song on the soundtrack that played during the stream. It was just like a huge list of songs. And they're like, alright, we're deleting your video, basically.
But in truth, our war is but a diversion. For to destroy
so I got a little discouraged.
The ring must be taken to Mount Doom.
Ads? Yeah, I don't know anything about Twitch, but I probably should figure it out.
Fate would lie in the hands of two small puppets.
But I'm just lazy. Like, I already have YouTube, so I might as well just, Oh, that level. Well, yeah, of course that was Helm's Deep. What am I talking about? I was like, that save file. Is it overriding the 2 tower save? No, that was Helm's Deep. Alright. Obviously. So do the middle one. Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, I don't care if it gets a copyright strike. I just don't want it to delete a 4-hour video I recorded. Alright, I'm going Aragorn on this, and not Legolas in this. I don't know. I feel like he's probably a little more well-rounded. We'll see.
To win this war, Sauron must believe we will use the
What did I say?
against him.
Aragorn. I'm going Aragorn. I don't know what I said.
This will distract his gaze, weaken his
All right.
and lure his armies into our trap.
No, don't leave. Even for a second.
For this, I prepare a path for the return of Gondor's king. Sauron will be certain Aragorn, Silur's heir, received the Ring of Power. Aragorn
All right, I know all of this.
Sauron cannot abide.
And you cannot skip it.
The only power before which a dead king and his army.
See, how annoying would this be, the whole, if I just did this?
Set this trap. Aragorn and his companions.
Because that is what I'm hearing.
Deep inside this haunted mountain, they will face terrible trials. Must overcome the wrath of an ancient, cursed realm and summon forth its king. Out of darkness, Aragorn must call an army even Sauron's horde cannot withstand. For in our plans, the living cannot defend Minas Tirith without the fury of those long dead.
The way is shut. It was
Look,
made by those who are dead.
Filming a CRT with a phone is legit. Okay? I don't want to hear any judgment. This is how much I don't care. Well, I care enough to do a nice layout. Okay, there's a nice layout with my logo and the game.
What kind of an army would linger in such a place?
So I lied. I do care, apparently. I forget that you can play this game with the right stick, like directional attacks. But no, I'm not doing that.
The spirits of the dead.
Be ready! These spirits bring ancient bones to life!
I can't remember, but they got the original cast to do the voiceovers for this game specifically, or I don't think all the dialogue is. I don't think it's all from the movies. I guess I'll try to pay attention and see.
More specters.
Alright, just throw that against the wall. Yeah, why are these singing? Oh, because something's about to go down.
Some new enchantment.
Yeah, it's not like that different, but it definitely plays so much better in Two Towers.
Broken their enchantment!
I have a very bad feeling about this place.
I was looking at the Third Age earlier on my shelf. It's the JRPG, or it's like they made a Lord of the Rings game in a JRPG, like turn-based RPG style for PS2. And I was eyeballing it, thinking about putting that on. But that might be like a really long. If I'm streaming that, that's gonna be many parts. I feel like that game's pretty long. I'm trying to stick with a solid continuity between these games. Like, should I play every Lord of the Rings game that's on PS2 or something else? Because I think I have basically everything that was released. Like Two Towers, this, the Third Age, that Fellowship of the Ring game that people think sucks, but I like. Or did I already see that? And The Hobbit, that kind of platformy Zelda-ish ripoff, which I like that game too. Pull my fierce attack. Oh yeah, I have to remember my ground finish. Alright, that's not what you want to do. Why don't y'all do something? Is Gimli just as useless in this game as he was in Two Towers? It was like the Battle of Helm's Deep, he just stood on the wall doing nothing. No, wrong button. Yeah, because it looks like they're just, they're not really helping. They're just standing around. Every now and then, Legolas shoots something. He's throwing, he has throwing axes. I thought he was just standing back, like, doing nothing.
We can't pass!
We are trapped here. We must find a way across quickly.
Enemy attacks!
I'm trying to charge my arrow up. Wait, that's not. I don't know how much of a difference that makes. Oh, wait.
This way, with haste!
The specters have returned.
Look, as far as PS2 games, like in this little series, so if you the layout you see when I'm pulling that out, that means I'm playing PS2 or something. I think the next thing I'm gonna play is that Fellowship of the Ring game that a lot of people hated. It's the perfect example of when a game came out, I was super excited about it, and really liked it, not knowing that the reviewers hated it. Like, oh, that was a really cool game, and then I found out everyone disliked it. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should always listen to reviews. It takes so long to charge that arrow. Give me that brain. I think it just disappeared. Very cool. Wait, let me go up here and see if there's anything up here. Some red juice. I wonder if in the last game I played I wonder if in the Two Towers that part I got stuck at in Helm's Deep, if I just used someone other than Legolas, I would have gotten through it. Like if I switched to Aragorn, would it have been easier?
Dwarves have never built such flimsy things.
Watch out! Keep moving!
The mist swirl here as well.
This haunted mountain holds many surprises.
Look, what I'm actually doing is I'm just spamming the block button. That's what I'm actually smashing. And then I just like, I every now and then I just like attack out of that. I'm spazzing on the controller. I need to relax. Alright, I'm gonna make a deliberate decision. Or a deliberate attempt to press the buttons slowly. That's the key to get better at this. I don't know. I feel like I'm better if I just smash it as fast as I can. Wait, what? Oh, is this the boss? Mini boss. Yeah, I'm already digging this a lot more than the last one.
We are close now!
So it's a lot more buttery.
This is a main gate. How do we get through this?
I guess I go around. Oh, I have to go down and around.
Here is a
Caught me off guard. Now, I can't quite see where I'm at, but that's fine. I have the general idea. I wish you could control the cameras at least a little bit. I feel like it does jam you in like awkward positions where you can't quite tell where you're at. Or like, or something's obstructing your view.
It is a place of great evil.
There's no reason to complain. This is a PS2 game. Alright, gotta kill 35 of these. Why is it giving me fair? Like, maybe I'm not... Oh, whoops. Hold up. Did I knock the technical difficulty? Oh, wait. No, it's still good. Let me just scoot this. Alright, that's good. I was like wondering why it's giving me the fair score. Like, how do I get a better... Like, I have to learn combos or something? Or is it just like counting like how much I'm missing them? Oh, I hate the shield dudes. Alright, someone's gotta help me with this. It would be cool if they like remastered or remade these games on Steam or something, and you could play online co-op or something. That'd be awesome. I'm sure I'm the millionth person that came up with that idea. Or just make a new one. I don't know. Around I mean, you could. I mean, even though look, this might be controversial, but I'm not the biggest fan of those the Hobbit trilogy movies. But you could make a modern version of this around those, I guess. I don't think it's controversial to say that I didn't like them, or I liked them less the further they went on. But I feel like that is kind of the general consensus. Like they just relied so much on. Man, I'm staring at the wrong person. I was thinking I was Legolas for a second. They relied so heavily on CG and stuff. Just, I don't know. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is so awesome and timeless is because they did as much as they could with practical effects. And like once they got to the Hobbit trilogy, it just felt kind of phoned in. And then everything's just CGI and
Aragorn was the first to rise above fear. For as king, he will need to stand against Sauron's malice.
But I get it's probably more geared for a younger audience
Aragorn and his companions must first break the will of the king of the dead. For Isildur cursed him. Now his heir must master his malice. Without this victory, our cause shall be forever lost.
The score is tied to the wheel by your... Oh, okay. So, like, if I'm just, like, hitting the air, it's not helping me. Okay. I'm glad I have an expert here. Oh, yeah, there's all. Well, I think in this, I'm gonna go Aragorn every chance I can get. That'd be nice. Parry and then instantly kill an orc. It says attacking orc. Does that mean just orcs or any enemy? What's it? The move is called Orc Bane. So maybe it is just orcs. I don't know. Is that just a regular triangle attack? That would be nice. That's only 1,000. I'll get that. I'll get this. I'll just go ahead and upgrade arrows. Increase damage. Get this perfect move. Okay. So that's like a charge up or something? Alright, I always gotta get these. Just anything that just immediately increases my health. Alright, well now I'm basically out of points. Alright, I'm gonna go get a refill on my BL. Just messaging me at this time, at this hour. Alright, I'll be back in 30 seconds. Don't leave me. this is where I get to play as Sam. Frodo's locked. Wait, who are the other... Okay, I don't remember. Who are the other locked characters? Merry, Pippin, and Faramir. Is Merry and Pippin really... Well, they do... I was gonna say they do kind of become badass later, but I was like, is it really necessary to have all 4 hobbits? They can't have the ghost of Boromir? No. I just want to be Denethor, where I eat cherry tomatoes. That's my special ability, is eating cherry tomatoes.
My heart is filled with
Like,
great hope.
That's what you do. So Denethor
The
heals.
success of our plan.
He doesn't need to
I
pick
must
it up off the
place
ground.
smallest of us in the great.
He just pulls cherry tomatoes out of his pocket, and then that's how he heals.
Always the mighty try to possess.
Yeah, or yeah, he could.
and
Maybe he has like a
always
dagger or a sword, and he puts the tomato. Yeah, it pops all over his sword, and then that
resilient to the ring's corruption.
helps burn
Brave
the
by
orcs.
his very nature.
We cannot stay in the Shire.
No. But it will require more than Frodo's start.
Yeah, what does this explain? Is this supposed to explain to you Lord of the Rings if you've like never seen it?
I'll have you, Lord
This game is Return of the King.
Knows the ways of the enemy.
That would be weird if someone like bought this on PS2 back in the day and like just straight up never
For all 3 of them are
have
bound
never
to the fate of the
seen
ring,
Lord of the Rings or anything.
and to the
And this
fate
is like how they figured it out. Speaking of Sting, I am so close to ordering, like the nice Sting sword you can get. I want to put that on my wall.
While we occupy Sauron's gaze,
Maybe
together
I
they
can
must
hang
bear
it
the
right
ring
here.
into the very fires of Mount Doom. Should they be captured or kept, great peril may befall them, and all hope
Oh, do you
may
mean
be
the games came out before the movies? That makes sense. Yeah. Maybe one day when you tune in, you'll see a Sting. I'm not even going to mention it. But you'll see a really dangerous, sharp hobbit sword hanging
Where are you going?
from the wall. And when I get mad, I can just take it off and chop my CRT.
Get down! Come on.
Chop my controller. Alright, see now this is more appropriate. I get to play as the hobbits.
He's your fall!
Dude, yeah, Sam rips, man. His attack speed is so much faster. I mean, I guess his damage is probably less, but... Yeah, he's quick.
Master! Evil Rex is up here!
I don't know if I'm remembering correctly, but I think you can go back and replay levels as anybody. Like once you've beaten the level and you follow the narrative, you can go back and play as anyone.
Here they come!
What am I doing? I got very indecisive for a second. Yeah, Sam is fast, but I think he's a little weak. How do you get that guy? I want to kill that guy in there. Oh, I'm throwing, he has like throwing daggers, throwing knives. Oh, okay, I see.
The Nazgul returns!
See what he got us into.
Those are my guys. Yeah, I hit him with that ground finisher. Oh, so if I'm doing a regular attack, I'm not getting on the little meter, or the little wheel that fills up. I think if I, let me see. The heavy attacks fill it faster. Alright, whatever. I was trying to finish him. Is jam wine in this game? I just want to play the whole game as Sam. But I feel like you probably, I mean, I'm assuming you'd be at a massive disadvantage at certain points in the game. I think I keep forgetting to prioritize before I start streaming. Figure out how to get my TV, my actual TV I'm looking at, brighter. I don't have like the remote for it, and there's no like. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Damn, this game's a little bright. Well, hold up. There's like 2 towers. Why can't they just have brightness in this? How hard is that? Like 2 towers are super dark. Or maybe my TV is just like way too, like the brightness is down. I don't know. I see green juice in the distance. I'll eat it now. And how long does it take Aragorn to kill one orc? I gotta do his job for him. pretty impressed with the graphics in this game for being a PS2 game. I still feel like it holds up well. Like it looks pretty good. It looks higher budget than some other games. What? I have no idea what just happened. This, what did I miss? So Frodo's doing something that I need to like. Am I supposed to shoot something at the Nazgul?
Wind's calling to him, Sam. The eye is almost on me.
Or do I just go like fast? I don't know. Well, yeah, like I see it in the top right. Yeah, like it's already almost full. I'm just gonna run forward.
Orc archers!
Does he have to get in? Oh, he has to get behind something. Okay. I got it. Alright, I also need to pay attention to my health. Because I'm not doing that. Alright, get cover. Back out. Aragorn's gotta finish him. When they hit the ground. When they hit the ground, you press R2, Aragorn. Damn it.
We must get off of these rooftops.
Soft and quick as shadows we must be.
Dead end! So going you are.
Alright, let's keep those excellent. Oh, now it's running out.
We did it!
Damn. I like when they attack me from like out of frame and I can't see where they're coming from. Damn. Alright, I have to pay attention to the meter again. So is there cover here? So it's just based off of like, I guess my character being there and not like Frodo. What am I doing? Hit the barrel. Grab the juice. Let's move it. I haven't even been paying attention yet. Never mind. I was about to say, has Frodo been doing anything other than crying? Alright.
Keep moving, Mr. Frodo.
Get shelter.
They see the ring.
Terrible, terrible. Don't let them see you.
I almost feel like I should just run past all these people and forget them.
Oh no! Oh, it gets away. Precious gets away.
What am I doing? Okay, okay. Oh, damn. I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
Just keep moving.
Look, if I'm not streaming, I'm actually very smart and on top of things. If I'm streaming, I'm distracted by the fact that I'm streaming. And, sometimes it gets in the way of my brain. Alright, good night, Robert. Sleepy time, man. What time is it? It's early. It's 10. It's Friday night.
Not far now.
This place is flooded.
We won't go back. We go through.
Spy from Gondor. Get him.
I can't see them.
Boys.
Is it? I feel like it's like not as dark on stream as it is in real life. I can actually play, but there's latency. I was like, I can play staring at the OBS. What's up? Whatever that name is. Which Gollum? Well, Gollum gives me very critical and important tips. Yeah, he smelled something or whatever you just said. I don't know. Boss time. Okay, see. Yeah, he will hurt us. That's so true. Okay, dude, he's gonna wreck me. Oh my god, dude. Let's see if I can get some ranged on that. I need to get good. Alright, I'm gonna heavy attack this dude. Alright, is that doing anything? Look, y'all, they've got to assist, man. Y'all. What do you do against this guy? Someone help. Someone jump in. Yeah, kill Frodo. Oh, there we go. I just spam heavy attack. Simple enough. Where's he dead? Yeah, he's dead. What am I doing? Man, these hobbits just wait. Damn it. These hobbits are they're not doing their best.
See, we have let you out. Smeagol looks after Master.
And now the ring moves closer to the fires of Mount Doom, to the peril of all who travel that road.
Master looks after us.
You switch Sam's weapon to frying pan. Does he? Is he holding the?
Filthy little neck.
I can't. I don't even know. I'm not even really paying attention to the way he's holding. Does he just have one sword in one hand? I always remembered, like, you know, it's been years since I played this, but I always remembered Sam having a pan in one hand, but I don't think he actually does. And I've been playing as Sam. I'm not even like looking. I thought he did. I wish in this game you could just like relax, stop all the fighting and brawling, and just fry some sausages in a pan. Just chill out, drink an ale, fry some sausage. I really hope that Tales, is it Tales from the Shire? I really hope that game is cool and chill, because I'd like to play that. I feel like the more they reveal of that game, like at first I was skeptical. It looked, I don't know, it didn't look that great. But the more they've revealed, I don't know. I'm starting to, my hopes are going up a little bit. Yeah, when did they get 11 C's? Yeah, I don't, for most of Return, I mean, yeah, for OC, we're not really thinking about that too much. Alright. I don't want to sit here and stare at this. I almost want to just like... maybe I should do these all upgrades and not... well, my plan is like, okay, finishing the game, if I can play in the Hobbit levels just as Sam, and in the other levels as Aragorn, then I don't need to waste on all. Or wait, the experience points is... I'm stupid, my brain's not working, dude. What am I doing? What am I doing? What do I do? Get this is only 1,000. I'll get that. I'm never gonna do this. I'm trying to find something I'll actually remember. Poison blade. Always work. Always get that. Oh, I can cloak. Basic attack. Look, Sam better not be using dish soap on that frying pan. It's gonna ruin that season. Yeah, I don't know. In the book, did they ever explain? Did they? In the book, did they ever explain whether or not he put dish soap on his cast iron skillet? Because if he did, I'm not gonna like that. All right, let's do this other one. You have to play as Gandalf. Okay, so certain levels you play as one of the three mains. Certain levels you play as Gandalf, and then the other levels you play as one of the hobbits. Okay. Little Dawn. Look. I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't even. I don't know if I necessarily believe that, or people are just like, "Don't use dish soap on your
It was not mere
cast
chance
iron
that
skillets."
brought many a minion to Fangor.
I mean, I never did. I always use like salt, just salt, like rock salt, water, and then just you scrub the pan with this rock salt.
I am no tree.
Or you just do like old people do. I know certain old people who've done this where they cook whatever bacon, sausages, eggs, whatever in the pan, and they don't even wipe it out. They just leave whatever grease is in there, and they just are. It doesn't matter. They just leave it and they keep re-cooking in the same funk. Brandywine Festival. I have not heard about that.
My friends, lost.
Big rock salt. Yeah, what is a Brandywine Festival?
The motion at Helm's Deep will be concluded. Isengard must be cleansed. And in the shade of Fangorn's
Y'all gotta tell me. Y'all tell me about this Hobbit stuff. Whatever Hobbit happenings.
Smoke rises from Isengard. The hour grows late, and now you stride to Isengard, seeking your once.
I mean, Gandalf kind of rips, I guess. Yeah, he really does. He's probably the best of all of them.
Hasten to Isengard! I shall deal with these.
Dude, I wash my body with rock salt. That's how I get my beautiful dry skin. Just rub salt all over my body. I don't use soap. Because see, the problem is that like the oils that's on your body, if you use soap, it just gets so you put salt so that it retains the season on your skin. Your skin is very much like a cast iron skillet. You don't want to ruin your skin by putting soap on it. Are you a pan? Like I heard that somewhere on the internet. You gotta use the most expensive salt you can get. And if it's like exotic and from another country, then it's even better. The more expensive, the more exotic, the more it does for your pores. Only pans. I don't. I'm gonna start an OnlyPans account where I wash like beautiful 100-year-old seasoned cast iron skillets and I scrub Dawn dish soap into it and just ruin it. I get all the just beautiful antique seasoned pans, and then I just ruin them with Dawn. And then all the comments are just gonna be. I mean, that's the thing is like the comments are gonna be rage Shadow Legends. Yeah, this stream is brought to you by Rage Shadow Legends. I forgot to say that. Bud Light and Raid and Dawn and no Rock Salt. Yeah, Dawn's for like ducks and like at the zoo. I think they wash all the animals with Dawn. Hobbit Fest coming in October, Kickstarter. Why did they not invite me?
Saruman, you bring shame upon our order. Your cunning mind is consumed by war.
They need to give me a free pass.
Who spreads fear amongst the
I'll be the keynote speaker. The funny thing about cast iron skillets is that people act like if you use soap to wash it or dish soap to wash it, that like you all of a sudden cannot like re-season the pan. I think it's pretty easy to re-season. I mean, I've seasoned a skillet before. It's not like, oh whoops, you took a layer off. You could just put some oil, throw it in the oven. It's actually very easy. Dude, once Dawn hits that pan, might as well throw away. Throw your grandmother away. I like to clean my cast iron skillets with my grandmother's ashes. Keeps it beautiful.
Saruman, the trees of Shangon have awakened. Tendrils seek, branches crush, roots bury all that remains of your vanity. Burn them all.
Man, this game would be way better if you could play through the whole thing as an int.
What does it take to kill you?
Oh, there's 75 orcs. Have to perish. I wonder if the Uruk-hai Alright, this is going on too far. Do the Uruk-hai wash their armor with Dawn and ruin the season? Stupid. Stop.
May the Valar protect you!
Ruining the season of them helmets. Can Gandalf wield a pan? Oh, he doesn't have one. I mean, you could use any of the orcs' armor. I mean, you could just make a pan out of their armor. Oh, that's the thing I actually always wanted. You know, like the Uruk-hai swords. Those like, you know what they look like. I've always wanted to buy one of those, so you can get like a legit one. That way I could just hack into my seasoned cast iron skillets. I clean it with the Uruk-hai sword. I put salt in it, and then I just hack it as hard as I can. That's actually how you're supposed to season the skillets. So,
They require burning before they destroy all.
that's what big rock salt doesn't want you to know. Oh, see, when I upgraded that ranged attack, it is a straight beasting.
Who dares? Come down!
Yeah, Gandalf rips, man. I just want to use him the whole game, actually. I don't care about Sam's iron skillet.
Saruman, the time of unmaking is at hand. Such anger, I pity.
Oh wait, that blows up. Damn. Now see, that's what I like. That's what I like to see. I like to see this. That. I need some health juice. I don't even know what I'm attacking. What is that? What's this? What's this? Cast iron season. Yeah, see, if Tolkien knew what he was talking about, he would have actually written in what the hobbits do to their hands. Like, you know how excessive he is with descriptors and stuff, and like unnecessary lore. He could totally write in, you know, what Sam does or what they do every time they cook, like how he cleans it. So, I mean, it's a real disappointment in my opinion. You can spend 2 pages describing like a tree. I care about the recipes. Actually, he's pretty heavy on recipes. But I want to know how they wash their dishes. Also, I want an entire book dedicated to Farmer Maggot. Just what he does and how he runs his farm and if he's doing well. Hit him with that charge magic. You know, Farmer Maggot was the first Slipknot fan. Alright, I'll take that back. You don't get that. I'm not even going to explain it. I'm not even going to say that ever again. I'm sorry. What is going on? Do I shoot that? What do I do? Oh, someone asked earlier, do I still play Lotro? I haven't played in a couple months or whatever, but yeah, I am planning on doing, like, so here's my plan. Just so you know. This is my plan. This is my plan of attack. I might do PS2 like this layout, this setup on Friday, and then one other day in the week, one or maybe 2 other days a week, I'll start Lotro again, Lord of the Rings Online again, and I'm just gonna start a new character. You know, because some people might think watching Lord of the Rings Online is super boring, so I'm gonna keep that like in the weekdays or something. I mean that's in my head. That's the idea. I don't understand what's going on. I'm clearly supposed to shoot that, and then when I shoot it, it's like shooting underneath it. Oh wait, what is happening? Help! Why can't Gandalf cast iron spells and then summon a cast iron skillet that's already pre-seasoned for the hobbits? This is the dumbest shit I've ever said. It's not working. Can you do a playthrough of Castlevania Symphony of the Night? That is actually a good idea because I have a copy of that on PS4. I have a very pristine black label copy of that game. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not bragging, but I do have it. I just want you to know that I have that. I own it. drive me nuts. Like, look. Is it doing anything? It's like it hits it when it wants to. Wait, I could totally just grind right here. Just farm. Okay, maybe I don't pay attention to like that meter and I just shoot it. Alright. I'm not trying to get wrecked. Alright, dude. I was blocking. Okay? I know what I'm doing. It's not my fault. It's a game.
Saruman, the time of making is at
Saruman.
Such anger.
Ain't none. I'm probably looking at the Gandalf man like he's like nuking us. And now I'm just hitting these explosives right, conveniently right underneath their towers. Look, what's a little Return of the King? Look, dude, I'm straight up blocking, and it's not working. I want to be very clear with this. Like, it does not, like, the two towers, if you keep pressing square, it's going to block everything. Wait, do I hold it? No. I want to be very clear that I don't suck. I'm very good at this. Am I a block parry man or a dodge man? Well, in Dark Souls, I am a dodge man. I like to roll. I don't like this blocking, parrying. That's why I wish a circle on my controller was just a nice dodge roll. Make my life a lot easier.
Saruman, Gandalf comes to Isengard. No longer seeking
Gandalf! That Glamdring was like the end. Man, I mean, me too. That's why this game's broke, dude. I'm done. Stream's over. You're right. This is not lore accurate. I'm only gonna play lore accurate games. Man, get him with that blast. Yeah! Oh, wait, what? I canceled it. I'll just spam him with this quick. Very good.
I shall now help the Ents undo the final support.
Like, who's he talking to? I shall now help the Ents undo the final support. Like, why would he? He's talking to me, the player. The thing about Gandalf is that he has like a certain level of like, what do you call it, omnipotence? I don't know what you call it. He knows he's being controlled by someone. He's speaking to me. It just drives me nuts that like, is there like a certain angle you're supposed to hit this from? lost the damn shit. Whoops. Hit him with that heavy. Man, y'all, please leave me alone. For just 2 minutes. So that I may help this in. Yeah, I don't think that green bar means anything. Just blast it. Man, I hope that Urukai's not using Dawn on his shield. That's why it's not working. Alright. Come on! Alright, it's something's happening. Come on! Damn! How many shots does it take? This is not fun. I must shoot it 20,000 times. Alright, now I'm just surrounded. Wait, do I have this? It didn't work. Dude, leave me alone. Alright. Let me focus on this. Maybe I'm just fully charging. No, man. It's not. I'm tired of this shit. Sucks. Hold up. I'll read chat in 1 second. After this comes down, dude, I've got to shoot this 20 million times. Yeah, alright. Oh my god. This is stupid. This is like just padding the game. This ain't content I want. Damn it! This is insane how long it takes. Like, is this in the book? This is in the book, I remember. You must respect the Lord. Like, man, get that in to do something. Watch me, like, run out of, like... You're kidding me, dude. Alright, this is... Did I just run out of, like, ranged attack stuff? can't do anything. I like. Oh wait, there's a little. Please drop something. Alright, I gotta make sure you get full charge attacks. Like, are all. Hold on. Oh my god, yeah, fun. Wait a minute, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. You're supposed to stop all the orcs from hitting the end, and he finishes the job. Look, if I wasn't streaming, I would have figured it out. Alright, what's going on? Thank you, Ian. Listening. Awesome. Thank you, Zach, for appreciating my my Lord of the Rings inspired, which it totally was. Who would have thought? If anyone's asking me about Rings of Power, I do not like it. I tried as hard as I could. I was as patient. I tried as hard as I could, and it just was not clicking. It just didn't. I watched the whole first season, and then that was it. And I said, you know what? I don't think I care about this anymore. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. I must grab another sip. Big sip. Hello. You don't need anything from Rings of Power. That's very true. Or just read the Silmarillion. Like, feel like reading the Silmarillion, which some people think is super tedious, is far more entertaining than that show. Mary, fuck, kill. Pippin, Sam, Mary? Is that to me? Alright. Well, if I'm going to settle down and marry, it's going to be with Sam. Because, you know, he's a good kill Pippin. And then the rest, you know. Who is my favorite character in the Silmarillion? What's the name of the spider prior, or the spider that's like before Shelob? You caught me off guard. Oh really? Yeah, Ungoliant. Yeah, that's it. I like that. I like Ungoliant. I don't even remember how like Shelob was like in relation. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, best character development. Oh, that is another dude. That's another game I need to play. Like the Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. That's definitely a series I have to play. Like I've played a decent amount of Shadow of Mordor. I don't, not enough. I mean, I probably played like an eighth of that game. All right. I should play through those. I just heard that the soundtrack is glitched. Is it bad to like Boromir? You mean like from Fellowship? Nah, Boromir is good. Boromir is like, that's like the perfect redemption story of you know, our goodness being corrupted. Yeah, because I feel like Boromir is almost the most relatable character in Lord of the Rings, where we want things to be good and we want to, you know, we want to do the right thing, but we're not always sure how to do it. And sometimes we might make a decision. We might think the path to the right way of doing things is and it's just the wrong. I don't know. I'm not being very eloquent with my words. You know what I mean. He's flawed, but his innermost desire is to do what's right. He just doesn't know how to, and he does it in a he kind of falls in a certain way, but then he redeems himself. It's like a redemption. It's hope. It inspires hope. And it shows his, like, at the end of his life, it shows his, like, heart and his character, like what he actually, It's still the scene in Fellowship that gets me. Even though I've seen it 1,000 times, like when Aragorn is with him, like, all right, I need to talk about it. Yeah, Faramir is a little more stoic, and personally, Denethor is the best because he had because of the cherry tomatoes. Like, I hated him up until he ate the cherry tomato. Then that's when he became my favorite. Oh, I didn't see all these. Alright, I'm just gonna start getting all. already got those on 2 of them. I'm not even using this at all. Wait a minute. Yeah, Boromir's cool. Too bad you can't be Boromir in this. Well, he's dead, but no. The ghost of Boromir. Aragorn throwing it down. Ungoliant. Who said that really late? Is the stream that
Aragorn's
is the
path
stream
leads him
that
through this terrible place.
has that much of a
The
delay?
king of those long dead commands the fate of those not born. He must be forced to yield.
Ungoliant is a baddie.
One who would hold you to your own.
The dead do not suffer leave to pass.
Oh wait,
I shall best you.
boss fight? I shall best you. He has no other master. That's the best part. That's the best part of Fellowship of the Ring. I've already said this in one of the streams before. It's when Aragorn's voice breaks. Everybody knows that's the best part.
Even through living death they obey. Regain your honor. When this land is clean of Sauron, you shall have peace and depart. What say you?
Man, what say you? You gotta stop. You've got to. These enemies have to stop hurting you. They have to learn. I don't like it.
From the darkness of the mountain come.
Give me this charged arrow. 3, 4. I need just 3 attacks, and then I attack with heavies. 1, 2, 3, and then I got it. War in the North. I beat War in the North on PS3 actually not too long ago. Ooh, I hit. Camera still moving. Yeah, I played War in the North and beat it. I know that's like the spiritual successor to this. I really like it. I thought it was. I need some help. Whoa, son. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they gotta drop something. Otherwise, this ain't looking good. They gotta drop some health. Oh. It's a little bit of juice, but that ain't enough. Alright, let me get a charge shot on him. 2, 3, 4. Okay. My bad. I'm scared. I'm sorry. I'm scared. I'm sorry. Alright. What are you doing? Man, I'm done. This is... I don't think I'm gonna make it. Unless I get lucky and they drop some green, some red. Otherwise, this is not looking good. Yeah, like one more hit from anything and I'm done. I'm gonna get a charge shot. 2, 3, 4, and there's one more. And then so there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, I am barely alive. Dude, oh my god, the rock's blocking my shot. Yeah, this is some Dark Souls. Dude, I killed him. I'm sorry, what are y'all talking about? Y'all talking about real life stuff?
Aragorn's path leads him through this terrible place.
Alright, I got him now. This boss
But
is
a
gonna
king
be
of
hard.
those long dead commands the fate of those not born. He must
What's
be
the
forced
question?
to yield.
When am I playing live? That next year. Next year I have some, well, there's several things in the works, yeah. I mean, yeah, at the latest next year. I'm definitely playing next year. Yeah, I wanna come through Chicago.
One who would hold you to your own.
The dead do not suffer sleep to pass.
Like, I actually was planning on playing this year, like a lot of the festivals, but something, came up, and, I had to change what I was doing to reprioritize, but now that that's kind of worked out in a different way, I'm ready to start playing again for live stuff. But yeah, I will definitely, at the latest, next year.
Regain your honor. When this land is clean of Sauron, you shall have peace and depart. What say you?
Oh, wait. Can I hit him with these spams?
I summon you from the gray twilight.
I thought I was blocking. What is going on? 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is still doing things. Alright. And then the next round he does 5 attacks. Yeah, this boss doesn't like, there's not a lot of health drops. That's not doing nothing. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm really doing it.
The darkness of the mountain.
Dude, I'm blocking. I swear, sometimes block just like straight up don't work. Oh, there's some green juice. That's fine. I'll approve of that. Hit him with a nice charge. 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoot the archers. Don't. That's fine. Don't do what I want. Hold up. You gotta give me a second. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if you comment message, I mean, I'll read it eventually. Well, I appreciate it, Ian. That's awesome. Good night, Nick. I will be. Yeah, I'll be here next Friday. Probably still playing this. But during the week, I might start Lord of the Rings Online during the week. But Fridays, it'll just be this.
Hurry! Everything collapses! It's all coming down! Hurry!
Goodness. I wish I had some AoE attacks. What does the future hold look like? I have no. I don't have any food. I don't have any idea. I feel like that's more based on y'all than it is me. I just kind of like, go with the flow. No, I just ran into some rocks. Well, that's fine. I mean, the future of Holdweller, I guess, would be playing shows, maybe doing some touring, playing outside of the country. Hopefully next year I'll be in Europe. I mean, the deals are there. I'm just deciding whether or not they're worth it. I guess albums. And I would also like to do commission work for games and stuff if that ever, presents itself again. Games move, anything like that. I don't know. Yeah, I guess playing live would be a focus in the future. Just keep releasing music.
Hurry! Everything
Playing
collapses!
live. am I still into the Hobbit aesthetic? You want an honest answer? Well, here's the thing about look. All right, I need to just pause for a second. Here's the thing about that. I do go through periods where I do get sick of it, and I do. But the thing is I'm glad at least the aesthetic and the gimmick that I chose for my project is something I actually like. It's not like I randomly did something and it, became what it is. It's not something I'm really into. So I still like the stuff a lot, but it does get sometimes kind of, like restrictive. But I feel like as far as the discography is, like, I've been able to explore pretty wide within that box. And actually, I feel like that box has made me better at, like, writing music. Because it's, it gives me some sort of mission, like a narrative or something to follow. But creatively, I mean, yeah, I'm still going to keep that. But, like, here, a good example is the album, Dreams of Hereafter, whatever. That album that is different in the discography. Now, artistically, the album had the aesthetics of Hobbit stuff on the cover. Like, there's a Hobbit and whatever. But when I wrote it, my mind was nowhere near that. It was about personal stuff. And so I wrote that whole, with Dreams of Hereafter, I wrote that whole album absolutely not even thinking about hobbits, but I just packaged it in that aesthetic. So, like, creatively in my head, as long as I'm, like, doing what I feel, I can package it in a way that fits the thing. But yeah, there's been many times I thought about just abandoning all the Hobbit stuff, but I'm not going to do that. Like, I would rather just it be something else. I mean, if it's not, like, so obviously Hobbit in the future, maybe it would be, like, still pastoral, if that makes any sense. Like, it would still vibe. It would still be in the same, like, realm. Even if it's not, like, obvious, like, short people with hairy, big feet, It might still be, like, it might be in the pastoral, it'd be in that realm. I'm gonna do what's appropriate. I'm not gonna ever do what's just way out of pocket. But yeah, I'm still in the Hobbits. I gotta be. I bought this, like, this whole, I gotta stare at this every day. But yeah, I've had a rocky, I've had a kind of a rocky relationship with my own. Dude, I'm just alright. What the hell is that? But I've had a little bit of a rocky relationship with my own stuff creatively sometimes. Like, since it started in 2019, I've definitely had ups and downs. Where I just really got tired of it.
Everything collapses!
Where I'm just like, why is this the thing that works? Like, or
It's all coming down! Hurry!
I've had that moment many times. Of, like, why of all things, all the music I've ever done my entire life, this is the one thing that really takes off. And I don't know. And I get sometimes bitter about it, but over the past, like, couple years, the bitterness has faded into more of a. I'm not always bitter. It's just everybody has those moments. But now I'm a lot more appreciative, I guess. Learning to appreciate things, not be such a, asshole. I mean, But yeah, to be completely honest, there's been many times since 2019 where I was like, this is lame. I'm sick of it. I do not want to do this anymore. Many times. But I don't want to, But I've learned to love it. also, it's just like I feel like the community, at least in the let me read the comments. Yeah, well, yeah, because like I am. Well, I mean, I kind of see what I actually see with Hole Dweller, at least in the future. Oh, if you're talking about just Hobbit specifically in the Lord of the Rings, like Middle Earth realm, um, I feel like with Hole Dweller, I am free to do anything in Middle Earth because I can just make the narrative. Like, if I wanted to write a whole album about like, you know, ring wraiths or orcs, I could move into that because I could just move. I could. Jamwine is basically like a chess piece that I can just move in the world. And so if I want a whole album that's super dark, I can just move him to a place that is dark and then just write a dark album. Like Flies Scoop 2 is a good example. He goes into places that are darker, so some of the songs on that album get dark. So it's like he's just a little piece I can move around. So if you're just talking about like in general being locked down to Hobbit stuff, well, I haven't really been locked down to Hobbit stuff. Like, if I'm tired of writing pastoral tunes, I just move him. Yeah, I mean, an Evil Hole Dweller has been. There is an album. There was a concept for an album for the past couple of years that I haven't done yet. That is totally dark, and it makes sense narratively because Jamwine goes into an area, and it's very, very dark, and that was a concept I had. The new metal project, that's Cold Communion, and that's a melodic death doom project that I have with Barry from the band Daylight Dies. Yeah, we started writing that album in October, and originally it wasn't going to be Cold Communion. It was going to be I don't even want to get into all that. And then over time, we decided to just like make it something new and create like a new thing so that we can have a lot more creative freedom and move at the pace we want, like how do things however we want. But yeah, that's still like tomorrow. Basically, what tomorrow looks like for me is I'm just tracking for that project all like the entirety of tomorrow. So tonight is just me drinking Bud Lights and playing this. But yeah, Evil Hold Up. Okay. Oh yeah, it probably will be. Yeah, because I'm tracking guitars. Like all the drums, like we demoed the whole album, and now the drums are all done.
Hurry! Everything collapses!
And now it's just guitars, which I'll be tracking
It's all
guitars.
coming down! Hurry!
Well, no, okay. Jamwine's not going to Mordor. I'll at least say that. That's because like narratively, I don't have any like. That's so far away from where he's at. But there are areas around him that makes sense. If you could guess where Jamwine is going or was going, which I still might do, I will say yes. It's pretty obvious, actually. It's very obvious where he's going. Where in the Dark album, where he would go. Where he would go deep into and get lost in. No, that's not it. It's way more obvious. I gotta focus on this running. Yeah, it's the Old Forest. Yeah, it is the Old Forest. I was planning an album where he is entirely lost in the old forest, and the Barrow, and goes to the Barrow Downs. And then things happen, and Jamwine gets a little brutal because he has to. That idea is on the back burner. It's not. It's definitely there, but it's not my main focus. But it will. Yeah, one day it will happen. Get his ass. The narrative behind Afterward, Farewell Jamwine. Oh. Well, to be honest, the meaning of that was that I was done using Jamwine as a character, but I changed my mind. Sorry. Like that was it. I was like, that's it. I'm done with this character. I want to do something else. That's what that meant. And then I just went back on it and yeah. Well, I mean, I was already writing new characters for the narrative, and then I was just like, I don't know, man. I'm like, even though Jamwine's like a character I created based on my Lord of the Rings Online character, I have like a weird connect. It's like it feels like a real character now, where I have a connection to, and I have to like, I don't know. It's hard to like let him go. But I definitely see Jamwine as like he's like a chess piece, you know, like. I don't see Hole Dweller in the future restricted to the Shire, because you could take him and you could create a story where he goes everywhere and anywhere in Middle Earth. I'm not stuck writing about the Shire, and I've written things outside the Shire, like Flies the Coop 2 is a good example. He totally leaves the Shire. He goes to the Elvish places and the that little Elvish. I don't even forgot the name of the place. It was based on Lord of the Rings Online. Like up through Needlehole at the end of Flies Coop 1, then he goes up with the dwarves, and then he goes up to these old ruins and stuff. So like he already left in Flies Coop 2. Flies Coop 3 is back. That was kind of like a return to form. And then if you've heard Crossroads, the album with the mandolin on it, like he goes into the old. This is exposing a little bit of something. So that EP Crossroads. The album ends pretty dark. Like the songs get dark. He's going into the old forest, and so the whole idea was the next album was going to be, was going to be the whole dark album, like super super dark album. So that was the plan. But then Flies the Coop 3, I don't even remember how Flies the Coop 3 happened. Oh, it's because everyone does trilogies. Everyone does and I was like, there's Flies Coop 1 and 2, and now I remember. So the VST that I used for Flies the Coop, which is the FB 3200, is based on the Korg 3200, a really rare vintage synthesizer. But it's a free VST you can download. Anyone can download it. It's FB 3200, full bucket. It's like they made a copy of it. I found a version of the Korg 3200 that was like another company made. So another company made it with all these patches, with all these like modeled the same synthesizer I used for Flies the Coop. And so I purchased it and was really inspired by like, oh, these are kind of sounds I'm familiar with through Flies the Coop. But they sound like kind of like an extra layer of something special. And so Flies the Coop 3 kind of came about because it was me exploring that new paid version. You talking about the paid one is hold up. Is UVS. I think hold up. Let me just make sure. So the one so Flies the Coop 3, so remember Flies the Coop 1 and 2 and Another Chance at Peace are all using the FB 3200. Flies the Coop 3 was me moving into the same synth that a different company modeled, or actually paid for it. It's not a free one. So it's the I'll figure it out. And so I was just super psyched on it. And then Andrew at Dungeons Deep was like, "Oh yeah, trilogy makes sense because we could do, you know, box sets like a trilogy set of cassettes and vinyl and stuff." And so I was like, "All right, well this album that I was gonna make, you know, either the Dark Old Forest album or the self-titled album is now just Fly Scoop 3." So that's why that happened. Yeah, it's the UVS 3200. So yeah, if you go to wait, I don't know if it's even showing up. Is that even? It's the UVS 3200. You look up UVS. It's based on the Korg 3200. But it's great. It's like it's just a lot richer, you know. And I was playing it for like I bought it. And I was like, oh dude, cool. Well now now I have my eye like set on the actual synth. I was like, man, I would love to get the actual Korg 3200, but that's like a $14,000 synth. You know, my least favorite album I ever did was Another Chance at Peace. That's like, I mean, I like some of the tunes on it, but like it's hard for me to listen to because that's like Flies the Coop stripped completely down. Like it was like the concept was like what you can only play with two hands, and that's it. No layering, no backing tracks. But I don't know. I have that's kind of my, you know, how did I get into making music? I mean, I've been doing it for. I'm 36 years old. I've been doing it since I've been writing music and playing drums, then guitar, then keyboard, then like all this stuff since I was like 12. So yeah. Oh, oh, Queer Punks? You're talking about the actual Korg, the actual synthesizer? No, you can listen to whatever you want. Another Chance Piece is cool. It's a cool concept. I mean, I'm happy with it. It's just like if someone asked me what my personal favorite, that's not gonna be it. Just because it's so stripped down. Now a lot of people actually like that, you know, because it's like you could hear it very clearly and you can play everything with two hands. Yeah, it's crazy pricey. Now Korg was reissuing it. Like I saw on their website that they were reissuing it. You have to like pre-order it, and it's still very expensive. I'm getting lost in like which person is what subject is the conversation with which person. Yeah, with Hole Dweller, everything with besides the album. Well, I mean, actually, that's accurate too. But with Hole Dweller, everything is based on a narrative. So like, I just in my head, or I write down an outline, and Jamwine does this, and then he goes here, and then he does this, and then he goes here, and he does that, and then I just write based on that. Yeah. And then the only album where that was thrown out the window was with Dreams of Hereafter. That was based on just my life, like a big transition in my life. It's a very melancholic album because that's where my head was at. I was going through some stuff, and then I just kind of like used that as the way to reflect me, and then I just made the whole aesthetic still Hold Dweller. Spell of Unseeing. I don't know. I just did that was just a. I don't have any plans for that. I just did that one. I did that album in one Saturday afternoon. So like I woke up, I was like, I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna just do it all in one afternoon, and then that's what that was. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like even though with Dreams of Hereafter is not based on Jamwine's journey, it's still a narrative. I'm still writing to something. It's just not like that fantasy narrative. It's like my own, just whatever I was feeling. I was going through some really tough stuff in that time. That's also an album that's really hard for me to go back and listen to because if I go back and listen to it or revisit it to play live or whatever, yeah, I am. I guess I am Jam One. But if I go back and I like listen to With Dreams of Hereafter, like it puts me right back in that same exact mindset that I was in when I wrote it. and yeah, which is not like the greatest mindset. And so that's probably the hardest to listen to me for me. Awesome. All right, back to it. Am I going the right way? Dude, I'm getting crushed by rocks. Which album, like with Dreams of Hereafter being Happy Go Lucky? Well, I mean, it's has a lot of melancholic stuff. Oh, I mean, there's some happy stuff on it, but like, well, because it's different memories, you know. Because like the certain things I was relating are just positive memories, but it has like a sheen of like melancholy over the whole album. It's not dark. It's more sad, I guess you would say. Yeah, Returns to Roost. Okay. As far as the most fun I've ever had doing writing an album, Returns to Roost was definitely the most fun. Like that had the most joy and fun with that one. Because I got to play drums, which is my main instrument. I mean, that's what I am primarily. And I just felt like I was writing like 70s cartoon music or something. I think to not get crushed by rocks, you have to not stall for a second on anything. And just run. Alright, I already screwed up. What is killing me? This game is causing me pain now. Yeah, everybody has their own, like, everybody relates to everything their own way. So, like, I don't really like talk. Like, that's why I've never talked about. I mean, I'll talk about it here because it's on the stream. But like with that, you know, with Dreams of Hereafter album, I never said what it was about because I don't want people to like think about that. I'd rather people like to escape into it and have their own relationship to it. Like me saying that it's about certain subjects is like ruins it, I guess. I'm just saying that here because it's a stream, but I would never. I don't think I would ever like publicly say that it has nothing to do with Jamline at all. Oh, Down in a Cheese Cellar. Oh yeah, that's where I did that modified shuffle, the Purdy shuffle. I mean, there's a few people who did that shuffle beat, and that Down in the Cheese Cellar was like a fun experiment because like I kept modulating, so like you know it has like a loop essentially, and every time it comes back, it's modulated a half step down. And so it like comes back a half step down, and then it goes up like I think does it go back up a full step at the end? So yeah, it's just it's like a modulation experiment I had, like key modulating. Yeah, you don't recall this part where you get crushed by rocks you can't see. I'll just continue to say that with Dreams of Hereafter is about Jamline, but it isn't. But at the same time, maybe it is. Maybe I am Jamline.
Hurry! Everything collapses! It's all coming down! Hurry!
I don't know if people know that about Down in a Cheese Cellar. Is that like there's the key on each time that it comes back is different. It's dropping a half step every time it comes back, and then it jumps back up at the end. I don't know. Should I just? Because I keep getting crushed by rocks. I don't know if I should just. I mean, I was sprinting as fast as I could last time, or like wait for them to fall. I don't know. Yeah, the Hobbit on the cover was meant to be Jamline. Yeah, it was just like it was another. That was like the first time I used an artist that wasn't Paul Noble. Like Paul Noble has always been my artist for everything, and that was the first time I used like someone else to do a full painting, and that was like I just like kind of left it up to him. Like I want your own interpretation of it, and so that's still that is Jamline, at least in my head. And if you look at the art, he's smoking, and then in the smoke is like him remembering things. That's what that like the scenes that are in his smoke. It's his memories. All right, let the rocks fall, maybe, and don't sprint. Dude, come on. You can't make a game where like you get crushed by random dropping stuff. Yup. Yeah, and I don't want to step on anyone's like, way of enjoying an album. Like I've heard people interpret stuff in completely different ways, and I like that. I'd rather them not think about,
Hurry! Everything
unless it's a very
collapses!
obvious narrative.
It's all coming down! Hurry!
Yeah, that's sad. Well, that's crazy to hear clear cuts. I'm happy you can do something, but it just feels like stuff like that. Like what I'm doing is just tiny compared to like real life, stuff. I'm just making dumb Hobbit music. No, you don't have to apologize for sharing that. This is almost as tragic. Maybe crushed by rocks over and over again. Yeah, well, yeah, my interpretations as whatever creating stuff will probably only be revealed in places like this, but probably not outside of this. Yeah, that's weird. I never thought about like it's hard to think of like Flies Cooper or something in a position like that because it's like when I feel like I'm going through hard times, I feel like I listen to music that like relates to my emotion that I'm feeling, but like something that's kind of opposite that pulls me out. Like yeah, I never interpreted it like that it could even be that, but I guess it makes a lot of sense. I tend to just dwell in emotion and just surround myself in. That's like how I process, I guess. Oh, on the mandolin there. It's not that hard. Oh, sorry. I mean, yeah, if you've never played Mandolin, I guess maybe it's a little bit, but it's pretty simple. But on a serious note, what, like, I keep getting crushed by these rocks.
Hurry!
And it feels
Everything collapses!
completely random.
It's all coming down! Hurry!
Alright, I'm gonna try to focus on getting this level of whatever's going on. Because this is annoying. Can you hit the rock to clear your path? No, it's falling on top of me. Like I'm running as the rocks are falling, and then they're just crushing me. Wait, am I supposed to hit a rock? Like, watch. Okay. Watch. This is the problem. While I'm still alive. I'm like running into falling rocks. And then if I don't go fast enough, then I get crushed by rocks that fall behind me. Wait, am I supposed to... Okay, I don't think he does anything. Okay, the rock clears now. Look, let me pause it. Oh, never mind. Okay, all right, here we go. I'm running. I think I just have to really pay attention to where rocks fall. Maybe there's like there's like little hints of the direction the rocks are coming, and I'm just like going right into them. Because normally when you're playing games where there's like... Okay, cool, I made it. Normally when you're playing games where things are falling, it's programmed so that you're not like, you know, the environmental stuff isn't killing you. Like, you know, that, for instance.
We're trapped here.
And it killed me like 10 times. I think I just wasn't paying attention to it, like, telegraphing where it was going to fall. Alright, we gotta back up. Okay, see, when I start hearing that theme, I'm pumped. The fellowship theme. It's time to do work. Is this gonna be infinite? Oh, we have to fight the boss, dude. I promise I'm not this stupid. So much better at games than I'm representing. Oh my goodness, three the bitches. Alright, please, that's it. Did it. I would make Ungoliant music. No. Within the Tolkien framework, if you could make music that was not Hobbitish, what would I do? I mean, I guess because of the sonic palette. Oh, thanks, Ken. I think I can level up like in the middle of the level. That's true. That is true. I learned that in the last game that I wasn't doing. If I was to make anything in the Tolkien framework, it would probably be Elvish because of the I feel like the sonic palette of Elvish stuff would be pretty vast. I feel like if it was like dwarves, it would be very, I don't know, straightforward. Elves, you could get really interesting with that. That's like one of my favorite songs on Glasgow 2 was For a Taste of Mir. I don't know about the song titles, dude. The one where they go to the elves and then they give them the drink or whatever. And it's like that song has that elvish vibe. And I was like, that's, just a cool... I'm interested in doing more of that. Look, I'm sorry. I apologize, you know. If I wasn't screaming, I'd be much better. I feel like they need to rebrand. Like, what do you mean rebrand? Like, just rebrand the project they're doing, or changing the name into something else? You mean like rebranding the band or project? Well, it's because like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I can only offer my because there was a period where I went through that where I was trying to rebrand Holdwell. It has something to do with like trying to control things that are out of your control. It's like whenever I started Holdweller and then it kind of like blew up out of nowhere and I was not expecting it, I immediately was like, all right, hold up. Let me take it back. Let me redo this and actually do this the right way. Let me change all this. Let me do this. Let me go this direction. Because it's like a way you're trying to control your art. You know. And now I just like I don't do that anymore. I'm like I try to like serve the thing I'm doing and also myself at the same time. You have to learn compromise as an artist. Grimbliff changing the name when he made Bubble Blade. Oh, that's Grimfather? I didn't know that. I've never listened to Bubble Blade. I mean, I've listened to a little bit of it. Like, snips and whatever. The art's cool. Is that real? Like someone actually made the clay on that whatever album? Alright, I'll be back in 1 minute. Yeah, you know what's kind of odd is like, I mean, maybe I've just missed it, but I feel like there's not a lot of like fantasy dungeon synth that's based on Elvish stuff. Like I just don't. I don't know. There's not a lot of that. Bell Keeper. Yeah, that was my first dungeon synth project I ever did. All right, I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. Everybody leave. All right, what's going on? Oh, Eldamar is Elvish. Elven King? I don't know. I mean, I know that name. I'm not familiar. Oh, yeah, the Shinmu forklift operator. Yeah, that was, dude. I was like, man, I was like on fire with inspiration for that. Like I hit that album so fast and got it done so quickly, and then just was like, you know, in my thoughts, I thought forklift operator was gonna become my like new main. You know, like now in my life, it's a weird set of circumstances where like Hold Dweller was my main music project, I guess. But at the time, Forklift Operator came, because Forklift Operator came out the same year Flies of Hoops came out. To me, Forklift Operator was going to be my main project, and it just like I couldn't control the Hobbit. Like I couldn't. The Hobbit stuff wouldn't stop like growing, and yeah, and it kind of like it like pissed me off at the beginning. Like, damn it, I worked so hard on these other things, and people just want this. No, you can. I mean, this the whole point of this is to ask questions. You can ask anything you want, within reason. Lord Leviticus. I mean, does he? When I'm talking about elves, I'm referring to like Lord of the Rings elves specifically. I don't know if all these other projects are doing, if it's Lord of the Rings elves or if it's like some other lore. But here's the thing: if I do an album about elves, or if I do an album that's really dark, or if I do an album that's like very dwarven, I mean, it still can all just be Holdweller because I just moved Jamwine to that area. Oh look, Jamwine went to Mirkwood, he went to Rivendell. Now it all sounds like elves. You know, I don't have to change. I don't have to start new projects. The only thing that gets annoying is Andrew at Dungeons Deep. If I up the frequency of the like how much because I feel like I could do so many albums in a year, but I don't want to be one of those people that like he can't keep up with the pressing of things and it annoys him. And so I try to space it out, you know. But yeah, I have a million ideas of things I would like to do. Jamwine gets a hot elven wife. You know what's funny is Jamwine. I don't know if I don't know. I don't even remember. You know, I don't even remember my own lore. I'm sorry. People probably know it more than me. I was like, did he ever have a? Well, I mean, yeah, he reflects on a thing he had, but I feel like he's basically me. So whatever's going on in my life, he just kind of becomes that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all of Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, yeah, essentially is that. So, like, if I do an Elvish album, it will not be a new project. It will just be under Holdwell. There's no point of doing that. I just can't. I just have to space them. That's all. Or find another way to do music, I guess. Because I went through phases of like, should I do whole albums anymore, or should I do just singles to streaming, or you know, like there's all kinds of different ways to do it, so you can express things in the moment, whatever hits you. I mean, yeah, you could see with Jamwine, you could do anything. Sure, he could do that. Do you have an identity crisis? Yeah, I mean, my entire adult life is that. But I feel like the older I get, the more chill that are like, because an identity crisis at the end of the day is you just trying to control, like you. I feel like whenever you're a creative person, you can't ever really grasp the thing you're doing. Like you can't ever grasp it, hold it, and control it. I feel like when you're creative, things spin out. And they go into this group of people, and they go to this group of people, and people interpret it this, and you're trying to control what people's view of what your art and what you are, and things just spin out of control, especially if it blows up in a certain way. And then, like, you're trying to... Because that was kind of my thing with when Holdweller started, was, like, I was always a metal dude. And so, all of a sudden, now I make Hobbit music on a keyboard. It was that was an identity crisis. But then it was like, no, I mean, I expressed something that was real. It spun out. I couldn't control my identity or like the view people had of me. And so now people just see more me as I really am, which, you know, fast forward, you know, a few years later, Holdweller's been a gift because it's allowed me to be who I actually am. I don't have to create and craft like some aesthetic to present myself. It's like, no, I'm just like a nerd, and you know, I don't have to be cool or whatever, you know. But but you know, years of metal has kind of made me think you know, like you have to be careful how you present yourself. You have to do it. You have to think about the aesthetic and the art and whatever. And Holdweller just like it destroyed all that for me. Like it kind of released it, and so now I'm just like, no, I'm a loser who sucks, and I don't care. Well, I appreciate it. Well, you know, so maybe somebody will buy it and be like, "What is this Hobbit music. Yeah, I can't imagine how people discover that in the future. Yeah, I've listened to some Magic Mishap. Yeah, it's good. I mean, anything that Andrew releases on Dungeons Deep is good. So, like, if he signs something and releases it, I trust it's going to be good. Because he is the pickiest. Like, he is one of the pickiest people ever. Like, he's very, very selective of what he releases. Wait, no. This is not this. This is not what I just played, is it? No, this is Sonic. Okay. You know what album I really like a lot recently is that R. Merlin. Whatever the album that I think Andrew put out, I really like that. Yeah, Andrew is Grandma's Cottage. Andrew, okay, if he's watching, so Andrew Grows Dungeons Deep is Diplodocus, Grandma's Cottage, Wallachian Cobwebs, Vanishing Amulet, Page, and like 1,000 more. I don't know. Don't tell him I said that. Just delete this, or no, I have to delete. I have to censor this part because I don't know how many of those he's like open about yet. Yeah, he's Page. Yeah, dude. That honestly, when he dropped Page, I was like, dude, that might be like my personal favorite thing he's ever done. Page is like probably my favorite. And the funny thing is when he finished it, he sent me the artwork, and I was like, no, this artwork sucks. Get a full painting. And I'm glad he didn't listen to me. Well, he was about to hire like someone to do a painting instead of the like the whatever the art he did on like Microsoft Paint or whatever. But I'm glad that he didn't listen to me and stuck to the original art because it actually does fit and it looks cool, and he made it, so it's awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, Zach, whatever you're talking about the Hobbit stuff, like when I started Hold On, there was like it was like it did not exist, so nobody was doing Hobbit stuff, and so it felt like a thing where I'm like, all right, well, here's a little window I can just walk into. I didn't think anyone would care, I guess. Oh yes, live, Daniel. I'm just talking right now. Thank you, Mustard. Yeah, and so Andrew finished the album. He sent me the art, and I was like, I listened to the album, and I was like, I think this album is too good for this artwork. Like, I think you should take this idea and then hire a painter to do a painting. And then he was about to move that direction. I don't know if it was Kyle from Out of Season or whoever who was like, someone else gave him the idea that maybe he should stick with it, and that was a good decision. Actually, now looking back, that was the right decision. That artwork is actually cool. It fits perfectly, and he did it all. So, did he do it on paint? I think he did it on paint. Like really basic stuff, but it's awesome. If you're doing Dungeon Synth, if you're doing anything like that, the best thing you can do is to do your own art, even if it's not like, the greatest art. Like I feel like it translates to people so much more if you're doing your own stuff. Yeah, I guess it is cottage core. Yeah. Sometimes I hashtag that on an Instagram post. I already used to because I didn't realize cottagecore was a thing, and I started using that. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm kind of like, I need to go to that category of people. Dude, I mean, I don't think whatever I do with Hold On has detracts from anything I do with metal. Like, I feel like I can carry my own, Like, I'm not really, I'm not worried about like what people think I'm metal. It's like no, I'm a human being. I'm not a metal dude, you know. Well, for years I thought I was though. I mean, that's the whole point. The point I'm saying is that Holdwell was like the thing that shattered that for me, like forced me out of it. Or like I don't have to think about that anymore, you know. Like what is how do I present? I don't give a shit how I present myself. I'm just I have this on the wall. People come in and probably think it's stupid, but I'm like, you're stupid. And I hit them, throw them out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole like image thing. I feel like it that kills art. I mean, I feel like it does. I mean, like if you're presenting like a package to be a certain aesthetic, it doesn't. But like when it spills into your actual life and identity, then yeah, it does. It just chokes you because you start like building your reality around this like aesthetic you think you need to be, and then like that does not allow you to expand your borders to like more interesting ideas. Yeah, the older I get, so I'm 36 now, I don't give a shit about anything like that anymore. I can tell by the time I'm 40, I'm really not going to care. I'm just going to do what's fun, and that's it. Like, I don't, like, I'll just be lame. I don't care. Okay, that's a good question, Ian. You have Dungeon Synth, but you also released electronic dance music under the same moniker. It would be good to separate those for sure. That's definitely, yeah. Because Dungeon Synth is like the success of a Dungeon Synth album is so much based on the aesthetic, the logo, the name, and how it's presented. That's literally, I would say, Dungeon Synth might be the unique genre where that is more important, slightly more important than the music, is how it looks visibly. Because people like, there's albums that suck so bad, but just have really good presentation that just did well because of the way it looks and is presented, and I guess the way it sounds. But maybe not like I don't mean compositionally. I mean like the texture of the way it sounds. Like there's so many albums where I'm like listening to the music and I'm like, well, this compositionally sucks, but I can see the appeal of like the way it sounds is very intriguing, and then the way the art looks and the way it's presented. Yeah, you do have to be kind of careful with Dungeon Synth to make sure that it fits like a good, you know, it's like a brand or something. make make money with tender images of mothers and babies. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, like if you, I mean, people always wonder that, like, with how do you do? This is how you do well in Dungeon Synth. First of all, have good music. Now, if you have good music, you're unique because so much of the genre is filled with people who don't make good music. That's like the majority of Bandcamp is going. I mean, most of it's not good. Now, if you have average music and your presentation, like your literal name, the logo, the art, all of that is really, really good, dude. You'll shoot up to the top
We must get beyond this.
because that in this genre, that's what people like. I guess it's a unique thing. It's very unique to this genre.
Stay alert. Move with caution.
And I know from Andrew's perspective, whenever he gets submissions from artists to release like tapes on Dungeons Deep, immediately before he even this is, you know, I don't know, he might be watching, I don't know, whatever, but just letting you know that if he sees a name that uses words that are overused, if he sees a logo that's not well thought out, or the art is like some bullshit AI, or like what he's gonna not even listen to one note of it. And that's every label. That's the way they all work. It has to be right on the visible, like the visual side, before anyone is even going to click play. And you can like literally, there's albums that aren't very good that blow up because because that side of things is just well thought out or accidentally well thought out. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ken. When the troll appears, use spear. All right, I'm gonna focus back on this. But if you, I'll answer questions if you ask. So. All right, that was easy. Perfect mode. Alright, am I supposed to be doing something, or are these just gonna spawn infinitely? Alright, Daniel. What do you if you're looking at the screen? Oh, Firecut, thank you. What do you think? Do you think this is a CRT that I'm filming with a phone, with a telephone? Look, it's not the most professional thing, but it is cool. Oh, I gotta address that. So Zach, you said get rid of the people who, people who can't be, now the people who can't make music, can't make art, have no creativity, they can learn, and then whenever their stuff gets rejected for years, that does not mean that 5-10 years later they won't finally figure it out, because there's a lot of people who do that. There's plenty of people I've seen that they get rejected a lot, and they just don't give up, and they're persistent because their passion kind of is stronger than their ability to do what they want to do, and then over years they figure it out and they do succeed in the end. So yeah, I mean, the thing is people will get rid of themselves if they lose the passion, but if someone's actually passionate, they'll figure it out. Yeah, unique look for YouTube. Yeah, I'm doing this because it's half because it's kind of stupid. I'm like, what if I just filmed a CRT TV? And if anyone complains that it's not, oh yeah, okay, catapult, sorry. If anyone complains that it's not hi-fi, it's like, well, all my music's kind of lo-fi, so get over it. Get things out of here. Thank you for helping me with this. I'm getting lost now mentally. Alright, is there another catapult? Yes. Alright, now what? Oh, more catapults. I'm assuming there's another catapult on the far right side. No. I've assumed wrong. Oh, he said something about the gate. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna just go. I wish one of these would drop some help. Okay, I guess I'm gonna run to the gate and see. Do I hit the gate? Probably not. Oh, I go up this. Dude, this is the best. I can just look here and then just tell me what to do. Oh, I'm stupid. Look, I've had 4 Bud Lights. I'm sorry, my brain's not working. That's low. That's a low count. That was the joke. You have to find some excuse why I'm stupid. I've had 4 Bud Lights, dude. I can't think anymore. I have to get to like 12 before I start figuring this out. Alright. Wait, I ran into him.
Stop me!
Let us use the winch.
I'm trying to get that juice and he hit me. What do you say? Use the winch? Let's get it off. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm dead. I'm dead, dude. Alright. I'm sorry I'm letting you all down. Failure. Thank you. Sorry to let you guys down.
Armed with an oath of allegiance from an army long dead, Aragorn's road will at last lead him back to the White City. We shall head north.
Oh yeah, when you were saying it earlier about make good music, that transitioning visuals and good aesthetics is tough. Yeah, that is tough, and sometimes that happens like magically. Wait, the gate's open. Oh, that's right. The troll comes down. That's right. Yeah, now I know what to do. But yeah, a lot of times, like, the best stuff comes together completely accidentally. Coldweller is a good example. That was absolutely complete luck that all of those things came together. Like, Andrew at Dungeons Deep drew the logo. My friend Paul Noble drew the artwork on Flies a Coop. I did that album very quickly, put it out, and I had no idea that would be like a change, kind of a huge change in my life. Trying to like on purpose do that is kind of hard because you don't know you don't even know what actually hits. It's just, I don't know, just experiment.
We'll do it! Up there! We need to use the gate winch!
Alright, off to the races. No, don't use ChatGPT. Do not use AI. Do not use the AI. Do not use chat. I mean, if you want to use it, use it. But if things don't work for you, that's, you know, don't use it. I mean, sometimes people use it and it works well. What is that label from? I don't want to start naming names because people might. I'm not starting beef. Never mind. Forget what I said.
You will not stop me!
Let us use the winch.
But yeah, people who use AI, it's just. It's like, if you want to use it, fine. But like, I personally, in my brain, immediately think it's shit. And I can't help that. I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's embarrassing. Alright, I'm getting wrecked by, you know. Yeah, subpar real art that you did, even if it's naive, is 1,000 times better than AI. So much better. Because it feels like you're seeing something from a human, even if it's naive or childish. It has like a soul or something.
Armed with an oath of allegiance from an army long dead, Aragorn's road will at last lead him back to the White City.
But yeah, if you use AI art, like, everyone thinks it sucks. Unless they don't know that's what you're using. Yeah, I do need to use the bow, you're right.
We must get beyond this outer gate.
I just want to stop. My brain is shutting down. How long have I been going? 14,000 hours? What does it say? Oh, only 3? Okay. I thought I have been streaming for 14,000 hours.
We must get past
Fire is against them! We'll do it! Up there! We need to use the gate winch!
Man, all these broke ass orcs. Leave me alone. They just hacked her a few. Why don't we have a whole other Discord? I don't know. I don't really understand what that actually means. Someone else can do. I don't know what. Like I'm on that Discord server, whatever the Dungeon Synth one. I'm not on there. Like, I don't interact much. I don't really understand Discord exactly. Someone else will have to do that. Oh, a Fly Scoop song? Dude, we've already talked about that. Like, we've been talking about that for a few years now. That is a good idea, actually. I would make my own server, and then like what do you do there? Like, talk in categories or something? Yeah, song. There. You know what? We are planning just a little secret. We were planning, like a vinyl trilogy box set, and we're trying to get something really special with it to incentivize people to buy the box set of vinyl. That might be it. Like a songbook, like with like the spiral bound. Dude, that would be awesome. yeah, what you do with the troll is you get him stuck right there, and you just shoot him. So easy.
You will not stop me! The foul creature of the south!
Yeah, I don't want to see them that. Look, I don't want to taint Hole Dweller with inappropriate things. I already have to deal with the fact that there is a Steam game called Hole Dweller. It came out in 2024. It's a furry porn game, which is annoying enough. I wish people would tell. I thought about trademarking Hole Dweller, like literally, so that I could tell them they have to change the name.
Strike him repeatedly!
Because it just annoys me.
This makes this work more amusing.
I mean, yeah, they came out after. I mean, they were after me. Well, whatever. I know it's a different category. Yeah, people always try to make it sexual. I'm not. I'm not. Like I'm literally. Maybe my brain is just innocent, but I never ever thought Hole Dweller being sexual ever once. I just my brain does not go there. I'm trying to make something that's not that. It's just an innocent, Thank you, the ruler of everything. You do a box set, how's the goodies without the vinyl. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Like all right, well, I've now I've got some ideas. A songbook would be cool. An actual book of Jamwine's stories, like a small little novella or whatever, would be cool. And then whatever other ideas we come up with, it just has like a box set of like goodies, an action figure. Jamwine, I don't know. Oh, I'm supposed to actually have an action. There was someone who was doing an action figure, and I don't remember who it was. And I said, yes, go ahead and make a jam, and then I don't remember who it was. That was happening at some point. That's the thing is, I don't remember who. Just to be clear, I don't remember who I talked to about certain things a lot of the times. Because I do get a lot of messages on Instagram, and so like I'll forget who's who, and then yeah, I don't mean to like offend anyone. Yeah, a map would be cool too. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do, but that's something we actually me and Andrew talked about today is like, yeah, what are like really unique things we could do within Hole Dweller that's like not being done with other stuff, like something that's just totally unique. A songbook is one thing, but there's there's got to be more. There's got to be more ideas. All right, what do I do here? Someone tell me what to do here. All right, but don't start telling other people to do like I want to be the first songbook. Also, the music I do is very songbook-ish. Like it feels like it fits that aesthetic a lot. What is SSG? Poster. We've done a couple posters, and then we did a big tapestry thing like this. I don't know who has those, but we did these giant tapestries with that whatever one T-shirt art. Oh, are you talking about like the company who made or runs Lotro now? Yeah. Well, they the current developers. Yeah, like they weren't the original ones. Yeah, Standing Stone Games. That's it. Now I know what you're talking about. Why don't you do a partnership? Because they don't know who the hell I am. They have, no, dude. I absolutely feel like I should be a part of Lotro in some small way. They probably don't even know who I am. If they came to me, I would absolutely do it. Anything they wanted. Damn, bro. Oh, shoot the shield, whatever that is, off. Man, leave me alone. Stop. Man, oh my god. Yeah, blew that ass up. Whoa, I'm about dead. Drop some potent. Look, what y'all could do is go to Standing Stone Games and then annoy them to bring me, let me do like what, put one of my songs in that world or some, I don't know. Let's do anything. Oh, whoops. Oh, they can beat my ass while I'm turning the gate. Open that gate. Alright, that is as open as it's gonna be.
Tower is ours.
Someone comes. They're trying to block us.
I'm sad that Tales of the Shire, you know, they don't know who I am either. It'd be really nice if they were like, you know, we want you to do one little song for our game. They don't know me. Like, I'll do that shit free. I'll give them a free song. Where's Legolas and Gimli when you need them?
Horns of Rohan, comes at last. Hasten unto them before the battle is won.
Who's my marketing person? I mean, outside of Dungeons Deep, I don't have one. Like, Andrew's kind of shifted into, like, in the future, at least next, he's kind of becoming my manager now, so I guess he is. Yeah, dude, somebody needs to get Standing Stone. Maybe I'll make Andrew do that. See, here's the thing. This is how it works. You don't want to be the one to negotiate those things. You just want a middleman, so it makes you look more professional. So you just get someone else to do it. No, I mean, I've never reached out and no. That's a good idea though. I feel like they would just ignore that email, but I deserve it. All the work I've done for the Hobbit race. I'm saving those people. Bro, just DM Cordovan. I don't know what Cordovan is, or I don't understand Discord. Who's Cordovan? And where on Discord? Look, I'm 87 years old. I don't understand all this. Oh, is he? Yeah, but see, it's not a good look if I'm the one that does that. Like, hey, pay attention to me. I would never do that. Oh, okay. Never mind. My bad. Or, 36 is not old. I understand that. I mean, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be like, please, you gotta listen to me. I need. Now, that's how I feel. Like, internally, I feel like I need to be in that game. Like, music. Just one song. But I will never say, I'll never ask. I'll be back. Coldwater Street Team. Yeah, I might need that. Yeah. Yeah, there's a dude who literally makes music based on his level of experience in the game you made. And it, did decent. It did half decent. It's not completely unknown. By the way, I might end the stream here. So I'll chat a bit, but I think I'm gonna save. Already saved, yeah. And I will continue this. The game, maybe next Friday, but I'll probably play Lord of the Rings online during the week. Tomorrow I have a lot of guitar work to do, where I'll just be sun up, sun down, recording guitars. Yeah, I mean, honestly. Oh, awesome. Are you getting carrot? Are you getting boiled carrot? Or are you getting charred carrot? Yeah, I like the. I don't know which one I like the most. Yeah, you're. I don't know. I mean, I probably like boy. I mean, honestly, I feel like people just think because there's two colors it's more special, but I think I like the boiled. I just like the overwhelming orange, where like the whole thing's orange. Like this is all orange, and you pull it out, and that's all. Yeah, I like that. Dude, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that drop. I mean, that's all Andrew. Like that's all him came up with that. But like the fact that everything is orange, like orange patches and orange like pit, like it's like a little. It's too overwhelming. But I'm totally. And then the shirt is the same orange as the. Yeah, he killed it. If you do not like orange, man, that's a horrible drop. Well, yeah, the burnt fits the cover, I guess, more because it has both the orange and black. My favorite vinyl we've done, which I think is only the first pressing, um, is the. I don't know if you remember the first pressing of Returns to Roost is the beer. It has the wait, I might have it. Like it looks like beer, like that. Like the foam and the. Let me see if I have it in my closet. I need a light. Let me get a light. I'll get it just for the other folks who don't know it. Oh shit! I found something else too. All right, I'm gonna do some show and tell. If people are interested in that. Let me turn my flashlight off. Alright, show and tell time, kids. So yeah. Returns to Roost. My favorite vinyl that we nailed is the beer. I mean, this is it. This is the ticket, as they say. I just brought this up because I don't think a lot of people know this, but this actually is on vinyl. I don't know how many people know that this was on vinyl. Our first edition. Oh no! Here we go. Is this test? This is the. Is this the test press for Flies the Coop? Other there's one person other than me and Andrew that has the test press for Flies the Coop 1. I mean, this is before the first edition. Has the test press for Flies the Coop 1. And it was the guy, it was the first dude who got the tattoo of Flies the Coop on his leg. I sent him the test press. And then like 3 other people got tattoos, and I was like, alright, I can't do that. Is this I don't know what this is. I thought this was Flies the Coop. But yeah, I have the second test pressing. I mean, I have test press for all the albums. Well, yeah, someone got a tattoo of that. I was like, what? Are you out of your mind? And then, like, several other people started getting it, and I was like, okay, this is a real thing. Like, that people are doing now. I don't have enough nice things to say. I think this is the Flies the Coop test. I also have the Flies the Coop 2 test press that Andrew like trying to redraw the. Man, I can't get this shit back in here, dude. Also, this. Everybody knows about the small vinyl we did of Spell of Unseeing. A lot of people don't know about that either. Alright, how do you do this? How does this work? My favorite Flies the Coop color is the Frog Pond Green. And then I think Thief had to copy it, but his, whatever. They was first on that color. Hold on, I got some more treats. What else we got here? Well, I don't know how many people know about this, but this is my black metal project, Lothric. Is it flipped on the? Wait. Is everything inverted? Or no, it's not. What is this? Oh, here it is. This is the Flies the Coop very first test press. Well, no, it's actually this. It's 2 of 4. But this is the first test pressing of Flies the Coop. And here is the test pressing for Returns to Roost. Wait. I realize I might not be like showing it in the right camera. Okay, yeah, that's the test pressing Flies the Coop. There's only 4. 4 in the world. I have 1. Andrew has 2. And that guy the first guy who got the tattoo has the other one. And then, yeah, so Returns to Roost test press. Oh, it's another. Oh, I have 2 Returns to Roost test press. Oh, that's right. Every time we do something, I get 2, he gets 2. I don't know where I'm trying to find. I don't know where my Flies Coop 2 is because I thought that was fun because that's the one where Andrew like drew with a pen the Flies the Coop 2 artwork. Alright, I'm done. That's enough. I have a bunch of stuff in there I just like carry with me. What I'm trying to do is get which I've gotten Crossroads, but Paul that did the artwork for Flies the Coop and stuff, like he has the original art that he drew on like the paper. I'm trying to get those from him. Like the actual art he drew on the paper. So, you know, I feel like that's important to hang on to. Like Flies Coop 1, Flies Coop 2, all of the stuff he's done. Another Chance at Peace. He's got all those on just sheets of paper He just drew those on just random sheets of paper. Alright, well, I think it is time for me to end the stream, and I appreciate everyone being here. And I hope you join me next Friday when I continue this game. But during the week, oh yeah, Crossroads well, by the way, we were planning a Crossroads vinyl release, but I was gonna do a Crossroads Part 2, so that there's a side B. Yeah, a side B to the you know what I mean. All right, but anyway, I'm logging off, and so next Friday, I'll be on this game, and during the week I might do Lord of the Rings Online, just from my PC. So we'll see. I will see you later. Thanks for hanging out. You guys are really cool, and please go message the Lord of the Rings Online dude, whatever. Just harass him, please. I need this. So, all right. I will see you guys next time.